that she might actually be telling the truth, Serena admitted, glancing back down the corridor at Amelia, who was casually trying to balance on one foot while handcuffed. True, but we'll find a way to tell the two apart. She stared at my horns as if they were a carnival prize. Tomes let out a dry chuckle. Madness can easily be mistaken for innocence. Captain? True, but we'll find a way to tell the two apart. Serena turned back toward the cell, her boots clicking softly against the metal grating of the deck. Dagon was still glowering at Amelia, visibly unnerved by how widely the girl smiled back at him. As Serena drew near, Amelia's blue eyes lit up. She hopped over to the iron bars, the heavy chains clinking harmlessly against her ankles. Back so soon, Captain? Amelia chirped, tilting her head. Have you decided to hire me? I promise my rates are incredibly reasonable. All I ask is a warm bed, 3 meals a day, and maybe a chance to take in the view from the deck sometime. Serena stopped just out of reach of Amelia's chains, one hand resting firmly on the hilt of her cutlass. She studied the young woman's flawless, cherubic face. There was not a speck of grime on her skin. She showed no signs of sweat despite doing push-ups earlier. Most telling of all, the shallow nick Serena had sliced across her nose back in the office was gone without a trace. A cloaked ward, no doubt, Serena thought, a prickle of wariness creeping up the nape of her neck. You claim to be a healer, Serena said, her voice dropping to a low, commanding tone. Yet here you sit in a maximum security military brig, bound by imperial cold iron chains. Utterly unperturbed, you carry no scent of fear, human. Why is that? Oh, these restraints. Amelia lifted her wrists and rattled the thick links. Honestly, they're fantastic for my core strength training. But if you're asking why I'm not scared, Mr. Anathor told me you're a good person. Well, a good demon at any rate. My gut feels the same way. Besides, I'm genuinely just a healer looking for work. A healer who can channel ether without leaving any residue in the ambient energy field, Serena countered, stepping closer. Anathor suspects you may be a third circle mage, or higher. A human capable of speaking the words. Does not simply stumble aboard a classified aerial dreadnought by pure accident. Amelia blinked, rapidly processing the unfamiliar jargon. Third circle? Speaking the words? Spells were tiered into circles in the game she knew, but speaking the words sounded like this world's equivalent of ultimate abilities or high-tier incantations. The accident part is 100% true. I swear, Amelia said earnestly, pressing her chained hands to her chest. But if you're worried I'm a threat, I can prove. My magic is purely restorative. Do you have any injured crew members? A ship this size must have plenty of scrapes and bruises from soaring through the skies. Serena shot a glance at Tomes, who had wandered up beside her. The Vengeance had clashed with Republic scout vessels for 3 straight days. The infirmary deck was overflowing with soldiers, suffering from plasma burns, shrapnel lacerations, and compound fractures. Their chief life weaver was burnt out, barely able to stabilize the critically wounded. We have wounded men, dozens of them, Serena said slowly. If this is a ploy for an assassin to get close to my vulnerable troops, I will personally toss you into the engine furnace. Deal. Amelia beamed, paying no mind to the gruesome threat. Take these chains off. Lead the way, and I'll show you what a max level, what an exceptionally skilled healer can do. Serena hesitated for a split second, trusting a human captive violated every regulation in the Imperial Military Handbook, but Anathor had vouched for the girl on behalf of the Vengeance, and her tactical intuition, the same instinct that had kept her alive through 10 years of aerial combat, whispered that locking this strange young woman away might carry far greater risk than letting her lend a hand. Dagon. Toms, release her from the cell, Serena ordered. Captain? Captain? Dagon blurted out, jaw dropping in shock. You can't possibly mean it. That is an order. Sergeant, Serena cut him off, her crimson eyes blazing with authority. Grumbling under his breath, Dagon pulled out a heavy iron key and unlocked the cell door. Tom stepped forward with the key to her manacles, carefully undoing the restraints on Amelia's wrists and ankles. The instant the heavy iron fell away, Amelia made no move to lunge for a weapon or bolt for an exit. Instead, she stretched her arms high above her head and let out a deep, cat-like yawn. That's so much better. Lead the way, Captain Pretty Horns. Amelia skipped out of the cell, practically buzzing with excitement. Serena's eye twitched at the silly nickname, but she spun on her heel and marched toward the iron staircase, leading up to the infirmary deck. Keep your hands visible at all times. Little one, Tomes warned quietly as he and Dagon fell into a tight escort formation behind her. If you so much as hum a single incantation, we will not hesitate to act. Got it. Amelia flashed him a bright smile, her golden hair bouncing with every skip. Deep inside, Amelia was practically screaming with joy. She was finally going to explore more of this magnificent flying warship. And better still, she would get to test just how powerful her high-capacity aether pool truly was in this vivid, living new world.